So there is an Asian parable in which 6 blind men go examine an elephant. The first one go touch his tusk and say it's like a snake. The second one goes and touches tail and says it's like a rope. And the third one go touches leg and says it's a tree. The meaning of this parable is that we approach things with perception and limited knowledge. In many ways than one, sustainability is the new elephant in the room. Wherever you are, in whichever part of the world you are, sustainability is a totally different beast. I work with the United Nations, and we work with a number of countries across the globe. And the perception about sustainability changes as we change the location. If we look at Pacific Islands, sustainability is all about preserving shorelines. If you look at Western Balkans, or if you look at Africa's sustainability is about land desertification. If you look at Western Balkans, it's all about land degradation. So as place changes, things are different. Almost 2 months back, I was walking along the Marina Beach in Chennai. I got to see a happy family sitting there and having a picnic. They have their food in disposable containers and reusable containers, and they were having a great time. I was walking by and I was so happy about it, and when I came back, I got to see them that they were packing all those things properly after their food. I said, wonderful, in my mind. But my utter dismay, as I reached out to them, they took everything and dumped it in the ocean. I was flabbergasted. I was taken aback. I was thinking, why is happening? They were so good treating themselves. But then I thought, there is no malicious anything about it. Why? Because they were not connected to the term sustainability or the larger effects of sustainability that is happening in the world. As time went by, this disconnect is getting out of bound. I would like to tell you 2 incidents which recently happened on Maine. Many of you are aware about the fire which is happening in California. One of my friend's aunt was in California, and he was trying to reach out his another nephew who is in California again, and was trying to ask the status of the wildfire and if he is near to it or not. This guy whom this aunt called was checking about the file, and as the auntie was asking him, what is your plan, what are you trying to do and all, this guy was saying, auntie, just a minute, let me just disconnect now. I need to take a selfie with the wildfire and post it on the social media. The situation is going so difficult that these kinds of incidents are happening every day, that in another conversation I got to hear that somebody asking why the wildfire is getting late this year. The Inter-Parliamentary Committee on Climate Change has done a fantastic report in which it is said that cities like Bombay, Kochi, Thailand and Philippines will have a great problem in the coming years. They say that by 2070, about 15 million people will have to be taken to a totally different location, for which an investment of USD 52 trillion is required. Now let me put it in perspective. In 2047, India is planning to achieve a 5 trillion economy. And they say that in 2070, 52 trillion is required for a rehabilitation. Now, where is it going? When all these things are happening, There are a group of people in this whole world trying to do something on their own. Meet Jadhav Payan. He made a forest of 550 acres in Assam on his own over a period of 20 years. Echoes of whisper. Meet Dharapalli Ramaya. He always carried seeds in his pocket, and wherever he used to go, he used to throw it along. And in that process, he planted 10 million trees. Meet Salmundra Timmaka. Planted 400 banyan trees across the national highway, as if she was taking care of her unborn children. Meet our own Murugesan. He was told that Kerala coast can never have mangroves, but he defied everyone and he started planting mangroves one after another, and he has done now more than 1 lakh mangroves in Kerala, supporting the coastline. Now, what is it all about? What have inspired these people? They felt that more than any government policies or government budget, I as a person, as an individual, can make a change. The echoes of whisper they had with themselves and also the people along with them has made a big difference. From echoes of whisper, it has gone to a butterfly effect. Now, butterfly effect is a term which was coined by Edward Lawrence on his theory called chaos theory, and in which he says small actions can make big changes. If these were the stories of individuals that I've made while working again in UN, I've got to see groups doing something on butterfly effect. One of our projects which is happening in Thailand, where a group of people were trying to do something on their own. They started getting all those accumulated waste materials which was otherwise fired up, creating a lot of environmental issues. They took it and they started making some products out of it. They made bags, they made plates, they made whatnot, and in about 3 years, they employed 2,000 women. In 3 years, they inspired another 6 villages to adopt these practices. They ensured that once using plastics, one-time plastics were removed, and they ensured that the air in their place were taken care. In another instance, again, a project which we were involved in the United Nations, we inspired institutions to act on this. We inspired the institutions and the people in the institution to act on sustainability. We gave them mangrove trees. We told them how to plant. And over a period of time, this institution and the children and the teachers planted more than 10 lakh mangroves. And in Fiji, they are now taking care of the coastline. Other than this, I also do a bit of ESG consulting, that is environmental, social and governance consulting. Now, ESG is a buzzword these days. Why? Because the private sector is supposed to give ESG reports to government, not only in India, but every part of the world. Now, they have to bring in sustainability into their fold. When I was doing an ESG consulting to one of those companies, a mid-sized company which was working in textiles, we inspired them to come up with a particular type of water treatment plant which could really help rejuvenate the water, the subsoil water. With a lot of reluctance, they did. But then over a period of 5 months, they saved millions of liters of water. Seeing this, another group of people who was also a part of the same supply chain, value chain, approached us and asked us if I can help them. And you know what? 40 companies, I say 40 companies, and right now taking care of 50 billion liters of water every year. 50 billion liters of water is taken care. I also want to emphasize another institution which I was working. There was a sustainability officer. But that was a namesake position, an ornamental position given to a junior manager who was sitting doing admin work. But when I got an opportunity to talk to the managing director, I told him, what is sustainability all about? how it can change the world. You know what? The CMD caught the entire team back. He started rephrasing their mission, their vision, their values. Each and every project they did, they tried to attach with a sustainable development goal. And they are benchmarking it every quarter to quarter to see that how much they are contributing to the sustainability of the country, of the company. Now, what is it all about? It's all about whispers. It's all about echoes of a whisper. Now, as far as my experience is concerned, working in multinational funding agencies, governments, corporates, one thing which I have seen, and especially for changes in environmental, social, and ecology related thing, is belief. The belief that a person can make a change. A belief that stories and examples of somebody has done can make a change. A belief that there will be cultural changes with respect to things like sustainability and green financing and so on. Now let me ask you another question. I've been speaking a lot about the elephant in the room. I've been speaking about whichever part we were touching in whichever part of the world. And I've been speaking about individuals, groups, and institutions. But let me ask you a question right now. What can we do as an individual, a group, or an institution? There is a lot. I have 3 takeaways for you. First and foremost is be a seed carrier, be a sustainability storyteller, somebody like me. When I got an opportunity, I am telling you about sustainability. I'm telling you what is going to happen in the days to come, and I'm telling you what will happen if we don't act now. You can be a sustainability seed carrier like Mr. Ramaiah, who used to throw the seeds. You can, in all those interactions that you have with the people that you meet, in your friends, in your family, in wherever you go, speak about sustainability in the language they want. For some of them, it could be health related. For some of them, it could be their career related. For some of them, it could be their business related. Translate sustainability and connect with those people like what I'm trying to do to you, number 1. And please consider and please understand that is an echo of whisper. That would create an echo of whisper. As a group, what can we do? As a group, we can do handprint thinking. Now, everybody must have heard about carbon footprints. Carbon footprints is what we take, but handprint thinking is what we give to the world. It is our contribution to the well-being of the world. And how can we do that? We can do slow consumption. If you want to buy something, and as a group, you identify that, but ensure that you don't buy right now. You give some time, maybe about 48 hours, and then in that point of time, think if we can get it on rent or from a friend or any other way, or if you had something in your hand, you can prepare it. See to it that it can be managed within ourselves, and if you can't, you go buy. Now, I have been doing that. I used to be an impulsive buyer, especially in difficult times. Now, you know what I do? If I want something, I used to put it in the cart and then leave it at it. My younger one used to come and ask me, Acha, what is this? You have a number of things in your cart and you're not buying. Let me place the order for you. I said, no, I don't want that. If it comes, if I need it again, I'll order, but just leave it. Seeing this, my elder daughter, who had just completed her board exams and getting ready for their big bash, she wanted to go and buy an outfit and some accessories. Me speaking about these kinds of things and doing these kinds of acts, she and her friends decided that they are not going to buy any. They will possibly rent all those accessories and manage with whatever they have. Echoes of whisper. And the last thing is what we as an institution can do. Now, for sustainability, there is no straitjacket solutions. There are small things being done by a lot of people, but there are no platforms that encourages. Now, if we look at us as an institution, there will be a lot of sustainability related activities which is happening in and around our place. Let us give them a platform. Let us give them support. Let us give them training. Let them capacity build them. Let them help in recharging of the subsurface water. Let us help in resilience. Let's give them training. And we ourselves, this institution, can become a platform which can help people in achieving sustainability. Now let me ask you a question. What is that you are going to do? No, before that we should understand one thing. Whenever situations like this happen, the next generation will question us. The next generation will do, apart from what the governments did, what the corporate did, they will ask you, what did you do? I recall asking my father, as a young boy, I asked him, when India got independence, what did you feel? I asked my mother, during the great famine of 1960s and 70s, how did you go through? And you know what? A few years back, my elder daughter asked me, where were you doing this in our tsunami days? And I'm sure the next generation will ask us what we did. And it is for us to decide what we are going to do. And I'll tell you, the way forward is collective responsibility. It is not what the government is trying to do. It is not what the corporate can do. It's all about what we or you as an individual can do. The small thing that I'm trying to do right now, the small thing this organizers are trying to do as a group, a small thing this institution is trying to do as far as education and sustainability is concerned. That is what it is. Now, I was just standing outside and thinking, what is the sustainability development goal that I can align this program? Now, this program can be aligned in Sustainable Development Goals 4, which is connected to education. Align everything that you do with the sustainability goal, even if at home, at office, among friends, wherever, your seminars, your conferences, your lab, your programmings, whatever, align it to sustainability goals and try to make a change. And I would like to invoke two quotations that I really carry on my heart. The first one is, ask not what the country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country, said John F. Kennedy. It's not, if everybody says that what did the government, there is nothing, it is on us. We are the government. We are the people who can make a change. Listen, recall Timmakas and all the other people who made a change. And also the father of the nation who said, be the change you wish to see in the world. If you really want all these things to be managed, if you really want the climate change to be addressed, if you want all this violence in this place, be removed. If you want peace, love, be the one. Be that first person who do that. So it's time. It's time that we act on it. We don't have time for a perfect recipe. We don't have time for a perfect plan. But we should do an imperfect but an authentic action that would create a change. That action will be the echoes of whisper, which will create a butterfly effect, and so on. What is that action that you are looking forward to? What is that action that will heal this world? And what is that action that you are planning to make this place a better place to live in? Before you sleep tonight, make sure that you as an individual do one small thing for sustainability. Before you go home, as a group, try one act on sustainability. And before you go home or before the end of this month or year, as an institution, think what you can do as an institution. And together, I'm sure we can make a great change and make this place a great place to live in. Thank you.